IVM.
Hi, I'm Utsav, a behavior researcher by training and a slow traveler by passion. Postcards from Nowhere is a travel podcast where I condense a decade of travel experiences and explore not just the where, but also the why and how to travel. My stories emerged from slow traveling the less explored parts of the world: Bosnia and Herzegovina, Armenia, Uzbekistan, and even China. At the end of each story, I give practical tips and new ideas about how to travel better. This week, I talk about a war which has never ended and how I stumbled upon it walking in Naples. Please note that this episode contains references to rape and violence that some people may find disturbing. In an unremarkable room, in one of Rome's most overlooked museums, the Barberini Palace, hangs a small painting, scarcely 2 feet tall. Like the Mona Lisa, it depicts a young woman gazing enigmatically at the viewer. The subject of this painting, now virtually forgotten by the general public, was a figure associated with the purest innocence and the most depraved cruelty: the tragically beautiful and the beautifully tragic Beatrice Cenci. Beatrice's father, a violent and depraved nobleman, raped her repeatedly. When the papal authorities to whom she reported the crime did nothing to protect her, she took her salvation in her own hands. Together with her brother and stepmother, she hired assassins to poison her rapist. But they failed. Beatrice literally decided to take the matter upon herself. She killed him either by driving a spike through his eye or by hitting him repeatedly with a hammer. The stories vary, but only then did the papal authorities leap to punishment by executing Beatrice in 1599, beheading her with a small axe in a public spectacle after extended torture. December 2019. Meandering through the streets of Naples after a wonderful day exploring the catacombs, we were on the lookout for a quaint Italian restaurant which had great reviews. We passed by a public square where there was a commotion. Maybe just another street artist playing music, trying to make a little extra money. But the vibe wasn't casual or festive. The cold December evening had something else in store. We saw a group of 30 to 40 young women, blindfolded, standing quietly. The drum began to beat in the background, and they started singing in a chorus. They held a banner which had something in Italian, and the only word we could understand was Chile. The singing was accompanied by orchestrated dance moves, most of which were pointing fingers. All I could figure out that it was a feminist protest, and it took a Google search to understand what we had just witnessed. Santiago, Chile. On 25th November 2019, outside Chile's Supreme Court, a group of Chilean women performed this song to mark the International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. What started off as a Chilean feminist performance piece turned into a global clarion call to dismantle patriarchy. The song rapidly crossed national borders, from Mexico to Greece to the Basque Country to Kenya and even India. The title of the song roughly translates to, "The rapist is you." Shouldn't that make us deeply uncomfortable? How did this resonate, and how did the women feel a transnational connection? It clearly is a shared reality, a violence that is universal. The conviction rate for rapes in Chile is 8%, UK 7%, Sweden 10%, and France 25%. If you're feeling good that India seems to be doing better at 27%, let me tell you that this number has been steadily declining. In 1973, our conviction rate was 44%. The fact I'm writing this in the times of our migrant crisis, the demonization of Muslims and the ignorance towards Dalit violence, Black Lives Matter in the US, is not lost on me. In fact, it's an eerie feeling as I read through the lyrics of "The Rapist Is You." The patriarchy is a judge that judges us for being born, and our punishment is the violence you don't see. The patriarchy is a judge that judges us for being born, and our punishment is the violence that I have seen. It's femicide, impunity for the killer, it's disappearance, it's rape. And the fault wasn't mine, not where I was, not how I dressed. The rapist is you. The rapist is you. It's the cops, the judges, the state, the president. The oppressive state is a rapist. The oppressive state is a rapist. The rapist is you. The rapist is you. Sleep calmly, innocent girl, without worrying about the bandit. Over your dreams, smiling and sweet, watches your loving cop. The rapist is you. The last lines about an innocent girl calmly sleeping is a sarcastic take on the Chilean police, since these are the exact words from the Chilean police anthem. In the 16th century, Beatriz Cenci was punished for fighting her oppressor. In the 21st century, we punish the marginalized with our silence. A silence that we need to break and speak openly against the injustices we see around us. All progress, the civil rights movement, the Vishaka guidelines, equal marriage rights for the LGBT came about because people chose to speak up. Because if we don't, we are as complicit as the government, the judiciary, and the cops. The rapist is us. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Utsav Memory on Twitter and YVTravel42 on Instagram.
I hope you enjoyed that show. We'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Paytm Money. It really has been a great week this week. We've had two of our first international cricketers show up, people who have played for their respective sides. We had W.V. Raman come on Edges and Sledges, the cricket podcast. If you haven't heard that, you should be listening to that if you enjoy cricket. It's really one of the best out there. And you should also definitely check out Monty Panesar, who showed up on Cyrus Says. That was another really interesting conversation that occurred. If you haven't been listening to a few of our shorter shows, please do that as well. Ashish Vidyarthi has been doing a great job for us. We got 30 episodes now on Begin the Journey. I think you really enjoyed that show. If you haven't listened to it, it helps you with understanding what's going on in this tough time and how do you deal with it from a mental health perspective. We've also had some really fun stuff come up on the Smile India show. Shifa's been doing a lot of really good stories over there, things that just make you happy, so definitely do check that out. And on the more serious side, make sure that you're checking out our regular shows like the Pragati podcast, All Things Policy. They're definitely going to keep you up to date on what's going on in this COVID world. And thanks for listening, and we hope to catch you again next week.
Are you constantly seeking happiness? Wondering how to make the most of every day? How not to let your inhibitions stop you from achieving your goals? It's now time to get your A game on. It's time to unlock your true potential. Tune in to the Empowering series with me, Zarina Poonawalla, to feel empowered in all genres of life. From behavioral skills to management skills. From health to relationships. From mental well-being to emotional well-being. And of course, your finances. I've got you covered. With these tips and tricks from me, Zarina, and true life stories from my amazing guests, you're bound to bring your purest to the table. Tune in to the Empowering series with Zarina Poonawalla every Thursday on the IVM Podcast app, website, or wherever you listen to podcasts.